It seems that in our time the Canaanites are still in the promised land, both spiritually and physically. For there are many enemies of Israel in the Middle East and around the world. And there are many too within Israel that are actually anti-Israel. They claim that the Israelis are just occupiers, that they have no right to the land, and that historically they never were in the land. These people claim that the Bible was written from myths and legends, that real biblical history never happened, and especially that the book of Joshua is a veritable lie. Nevertheless, the witness of modern archaeology supports the Bible with amazing accuracy. That is, if investigated and interpreted correctly. There are many archaeological indications that the Israelites did come into the land about 3,400 years ago. The mud brick walls of Jericho did fall, Hatzor was conquered in the approximate time frame, and the newly discovered fortress of Ai matches the biblical narrative exactly as specified in the book of Joshua. And it seems that only these three locations were destroyed by intense fire, just as the Bible states.
לעמוד מפני האור גדול אדוני נשיר כולם גדול אדוני יראו כולם גדול גדול אדוני.
Many other ancient cities and towns of Israel also confirm an ancient and biblical Israelite presence. International teams have made most of these discoveries since the early 1900s, and especially since the return of the Jews to their ancient homeland, all of which continues to confirm the Tanakh, or Old Testament Bible. You can be sure that the witness of the living land of Israel supports the book of Joshua, which is also specifically referenced several times in the New Testament. That is Acts 7:45, and Hebrews 4:8 and 11:30 through 31. Even Jesus helped the descendants of the ancient land of Canaan. See Matthew 15:22 to 28. And Jesus called one of his disciples from them. See Mark 3:18. However, the battle for this newly formed promised land, that is modern Israel, continues into our day, but hopefully not always with weapons of physical warfare. For he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Micah 4 verse 3. This has been spiritually, though partially, fulfilled, since the he of this verse refers to that greater Joshua, which many believe is Yeshua haMashiach, history's most famous Jew, and called the Savior of the world. The pharaoh whom Yeshua defeated was Satan, and the slavery which he caused us to overcome is sin and sin's punishment. Many people of the nations that have received him laid down their sword in order to gather souls unto salvation, which is the spiritual fruit of the world. Now the real battle is against the multitude of false ideas and stubborn attitudes, denying that God has given such a great salvation. Thus they fight against the Lord's infallible word, the Bible. However, just as Israel prevailed, though limited, over the pagans of ancient Canaan, so also God's way of ultimate rest, as explained in the Bible, which brings divine life to the world, will eventually overcome all the haters of this truth and only way to God. Yeshua has declared, I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. Just as the first Joshua was commanded to be strong and courageous through the Lord's Old Testament revelation, it is now up to believers to acquire and be strong in His New Testament revelation, and to boast only in His cross. See Galatians 6:14 and Philippians 2:16. Yeshua has promised, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world.